Well, hey, hi, everybody. Those of you in Dominica and those of us who are Dominicans, we have been paying attention, I'm sure, to the mood and environment in our country as it pertains to politics. And yes, it's been very interesting the last week, probably 2 weeks of in the island politically. I mean, it's been interesting throughout. I mean, we've seen and heard things, some positive, some negative. But I'm talking about specifically the fact that within the last weekend into this week, we saw a red wave. The a political rally held by the you could say the Dominica Labor Party celebrating its 70th year as a party, and I think any institution that is able to have 70 years in any relationship, for example, marriage, there are couples married for 70 years. There are institutions in the world, universities, churches, schools that are existing for 70 years. And so if you have an institution that exists for 70 years, I think it's important to, it's a milestone. When my mom got 70, I remember I said to my siblings, we can't just let it be an ordinary day. Like, we have to get together and do something for her. And I remember, we brought everybody together, those who were abroad, try to come. Most of her children were there, and her grandchildren as well. A number of her grandchildren were there, and her friends, and so on. People that we know who have always been in her corner, always been with her throughout life. They were invited, and we had a wonderful time, a wonderful celebration for my mom. So I'm thinking 70 is an important number. And I know, guys, maybe some of you are not, you don't want to hear about Labour Party. You're angry at that party, you're angry at the government, you're angry. But I'm speaking here in general. I'm not here talking about the party, but I'm just saying, when you think about any organization, institution that celebrates 70 years, it's important, or observe 70 years, or can keep together as an institution with all the changes, people come, people go, and yet still it stands as a party, or as an institution, as an organization. It's important to observe that milestone, I should say. Similarly, I should say, as I said, there are lots of 70 or 70th anniversaries in life, different things, institutions, organizations. So I just want to put that out there, that I think it's noble that they see themselves as an organization enough to come out and say, yeah, we need to celebrate, and they celebrate it in their style. And it was a massive rally from what I saw, massive, and some people were happy and some people were sad, obviously. But I think we need to allow each other as a nation to be. And so if the Labour Party and its supporters want to be out there in a rally like this, and to turn out in mass numbers, as I saw from where I was watching, yeah, I watch, of course. I mean, why not? Why shouldn't you watch? You're Dominican. It was interesting to watch. And then, of course, we saw that there was guest speaker, Honorable Mia Motley, Prime Minister of Barbados, came to Dominica, spoke, and of course, again, some people were happy for that and some people were not. It's up to you. Everybody has their own take on it. I think personally that our region is small as a region, yeah, and it's important to have relationships. And the opposition should have relationships. They should have relationships with probably other opposition parties, and if they can even befriend governments that are already existing within the region, because if they become government, they have to relate to these people somehow, some way. So building bridges is what I would say that is necessary. So we've seen over the years where all the parties, Freedom Party, UWP, Labour Party, DLP, they've all brought in people at different points to their various conferences, rallies, and so on. Be it in season, meaning in election season, or out of season, right? So I think we have to allow for those things. I know some people find, oh, she should not come because they have their own thoughts on why she should not come, and so on. But again, as I said, I think a party should be free to choose who they invite. And we as a nation have to be embracing, meaning respecting the fact that somebody can come to our country, participate in something, and go about their business, go back to their country. We've seen all parties do it, so let us not pretend as if it's one party that did it, all right? Following that, interestingly, we saw also a press conference that was called by the United Workers' Party, and a number of things were promised to Dominicans. And we also saw that there was the announcement of a deputy leader, in the person of Spags John. Spags John. I don't know why we call him Spags. His name is Hector, but that's his nickname, Spags. So Hector Spags John is currently the vice leader, you could say. I think he's the vice leader. I hope I have it right. Yeah, the deputy leader of the United Workers' Party of Dominica. And so it is interesting. It is going to be interesting for us to watch, I would say, the development, how Spags and probably Dr. Thompson, how they're going to hopefully work together, to reach the public, to reach the populace, I should say, what it is that they're going to do that is probably, different probably from the modus operandi of the party over the past few years and in recent times. So it's interesting to watch. I think I want to see that politics is very much alive in Dominica. Sometimes I think we go overboard as a people, and I say that on the basis that I've seen where both parties are claiming that people are crossing, coming over. So United Workers' Party people are saying that some people who are labor rights are coming over to their party, and then Labour Party is saying that some people who are United Workers' Party supporters are going across to the Dominica Labor Party. And in the midst of it all, what I see is people being angered by the choice of other people, in the sense that somebody who was supporting their party crosses over to another party, and they get so angry that they start, being really, really rude and disrespectful to or about the person and lambasting the person. So I kind of want to ask a question, and it's a simple question, but I think it warrants some thought on the part of all of us. Everybody knows me. I'm a Catholic. Over the years, love my faith, devoted, served as lay associate in pastoral care over the years in my country, youth choir leader, praise and worship minister, just involved. That's my life, my heartbeat. It's been over the years. I want to ask the question: is it possible that I change my mind? Can I change my mind? Further, can I change my religion? Some people tell me, girl, don't do that. Some people tell me, of course you should. Some people who have some negative vibes about Catholicism will say, oh, that you come out in that. And so everybody will have a different thought. But am I entitled to a change of mind, a change of heart as a person? That's the question I want to ask today. So if you are supporting your party, regardless, whatever party it is, Freedom, whatever, UWP, Labour, the new party that tried to form itself, if you decide, or you want to be independent, that is who you are today, but for some reason, you have been observing, you watch, and you say, I want to be with these people. I like their style, I like their belief, I like their ideology, I like their philosophy, I like what they're doing, and you decide you want to change from that to this, or from this to that. Is that a crime? No, seriously, I have to ask myself that question. Is that a crime? Am I entitled to the right? Do I have the entitlement then to change my mind or my heart to support or not support a party, an organization, an institution, a religion, even a job? Can you change your job? Can you change your mind about where you want to work? Maybe you can if you have the ability to. Are you not free to do so? Or are you living in a place where you are supposed to just stay there because it's there you want to stay? It's there you are made to stay. I'm saying that on the basis that too often, and I've watched a lot of stuff on online over the last few weeks, and people just lambasting people because they change, or because they have a different thought, or because they choose something. But why? Why aren't we so mature enough to respect the choice of the next person? Man does mash up the marriage because a next man come at their home and tell them, oh boy, your woman, oh, you say little boy, man, you little boy, your woman supporting this party and you supporting that. What kind of problem is that? And so the man listened to the outside person that come in and tell him how come his wife supporting that party. And he match up his marriage, you know. People doing that. People allow religion and religious differences in their families or in their relationship to break them up, separate them, sever their family, break up their family because of political affiliations and religious affiliations. I think to each his own. I think, guys, we have to get to the point where we step back and realize that everybody has a choice in life. The only time you don't have a choice is when you live in a place where your choice is taken from you. But if we think about the superior power in life, God, the ultimate, all powerful, omnipotent one who made you and made me, created the world, and who can just yank us out when he wants. When we think about the fact that even that great God has given us choices, yes, he give you choice, you know. You can choose him, you can choose otherwise. He said you can choose the world or you can choose heaven. You can choose life, you can choose death. You can choose light, you can choose darkness. That's what he said to us. He gives us choices. So if God can give people choices, why can't we allow people to choose? Why do we want to control the choice of other people or to be so hated or so hateful rather by the choice of another person that we would find all kind of way to embarrass them and to shame them? I've said it before in other videos that I think that one of the things about some of our people is that they get glory in shaming other people. Yeah. Glory in shaming the next person whose, we could say, their sins, their filth is in our faces. So we shame them. But we have filth undercover, some people, some of us, don't we? Everybody has some kind of thing that they hide in from that they don't want the world to know. Yeah. So why are we casting such nasty stones and negative stones at people? Because they choose what they choose. The point I'm making is, friends, you have a choice. You should have a choice. And when you make your choice, even if it's not something I want for myself, even if I may disagree with your choice, it should not come to the point where I want to destroy you because you make a choice. No, it should not. It should not come to the point where I want to destroy you because your choice does not collide or does not complement, rather, my choice in life. All right? Everybody's different. Everybody has their own choices. And we may not, as I say, you don't have to accept a person's choice, meaning you accept it like it's okay, it's good for me because it's good for that person. But you can respect a person's choice. You can say, well, okay, that's what you want. I understand, I respect it, but I will allow you to be, but obviously I won't go down the same line that you are going. That's life. That's what we are made to do, to choose. God gave us choices, and so we choose. And so we may not always like what the other person chooses, and that's fine. It will hurt us sometimes, it will frustrate us sometimes, but that's a person's choice. What can we do about it at the end of the day? We can pray, we can talk maybe, and then relent, go back, leave them, let them do what they want to do. Especially if you're a parents, you have children and they make some choices that you just don't like. And it hurts you as a parent sometimes because some of those choices you really know, you who have lived life before, you know it's going to take them to the wrong path, down into a deep hole, so to speak. But if you speak, you won. You speak, you won. You pray, you talk, and at some point they still maintain their choice. What can you do? You can pray quietly for them, hope for the best, but that's what you can do. So I would want to urge us to ask ourselves, can I change my mind? Do I have a right to change my mind? Do I have a right to choose if I want to be this or that? Do I have a right to say if I want to go to that church or not? And to choose to go or not, even if these other people do not like it? And these other people do not like it, can they not see that, okay, it's a person's choice, let me step back, rather than trying to destroy the person, their church, their this, their that, because you don't support what they do? So that's the point I'm making. It starts with small things, friends. And that's why we will look at the bigger picture in the world where we see people and nations destroying nations because sometimes of just different beliefs, and ideologies, different beliefs, different allegiances, different biases. At the end of the day, I like to say the only person who is going to look down and judge and make the final decision is the ultimate God. So if you believe what you believe, it's you. But allow the next person to believe what they believe and respect it. The criticism, the nasty expressions, the degrading of a person's name, the calling them of all sorts of dirty words and names to try to demean them is ridiculous as a people. It is. And I said it before and I'm saying it again. It is. I think a lot of us take pride in destroying people's names because we hide in behind pseudonyms and hiding behind our computer screens and our keyboards that we good. We sin less, we fault less, and we're under the radar. So nobody knows us that doing that nastiness there. Us that doing that destructive work of sowing seeds of discord and sowing seeds of hate among our populace because people choose differently from you. Come on. Come on. Have a conscience. Let us have a conscience. If people who are busy doing that, grow a conscience. We should be able to respectfully disagree on things. Respectfully disagree on things, you know? But I think it's great that the UWP is trying to put itself out there for the populace to see. Yeah, it's good. Let us watch what's happening. Maybe it will help to keep the government on their toes. I don't know. They sleeping, they will wake up. If they're not sleeping, they will shake up. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a rhyme there. But the point I'm making is it's healthy for politics in the country that we should have different schools of thought. So what I would discourage rather is the dirty gutter politics that's among and within what's happening in the country. Too many of us are too angry because people supporting who they want to support. At the end of the day, you cannot choose for people. You cannot choose for people. And my mother has an expression she uses. You cannot catch flies with lime and lemon or vinegar for that matter. You cannot catch fly with alkali. You can catch flies with honey. Think about it. You can catch flies with honey. Think about it. Both parties and their supporters, and whichever other party in the country. Let's think about it. Too many of us are too vile. Vile to the point where we're ready to destroy the next person because they're not supporting what we're supporting. Let's get beyond that. We can get beyond that. We are bigger than that. We should be bigger than that. We can be bigger than that at the end of the day. At the end of the day, yeah, we should be bigger than that. You are free. You should have people can express what they think in a responsible way. That's fine. But what concerns me is just how we try to batter each other and how we try to bully each other on social media because we're hiding behind names, because we think people don't know who we are, and so on. So we bullying people verbally and otherwise. So I just thought I would stop by. Good environment in terms of the fact that we're hearing from different sides in terms of the political spectrum. What I hope is to see more discourse among these people across the board, especially when it comes to making national decisions. But at the end of the day, everybody should or would have to cooperate for that to happen, you know? But we can be better. I think we can be bigger than that. We have to respect the fact that a party can celebrate 70 years and its membership come out in full force to prove that they're happy with their party. Vex or not vex, they're happy with their party. That is it. Why are we so upset and we want to castigate them? No. Do your rally too. Bring your people together. Call a blue wave. Call a green wave. Call an orange wave if you have to. But Respect people. Nobody's stopping you from doing yours. So respect people. We want to thank you all for listening. All I'm saying is ask yourself the question, am I free to change my mind? Do I have a right to change my mind, my thoughts on something, a religion, a party, a relationship, whatever it is, a job? Am I free to make a choice? I thought I was. I thought you were. I thought we were. Let's respect each other, guys. God bless you. Come again. If you like what I talk about, if you're interested in what I talk about, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed. I want to kindly ask you to do so. I want to thank all of you who take the time to give me a like, share the video, talk about it, send me comments and so on. And some of them are, they're not same views with me, but we can disagree. We can agree to disagree, and that's fine. I respect you. I just say it, as I say, just do it respectfully, and we're good. That's fine. I respect your views. I respect what you have to say, right? And we should, at the end of the day, be able to still shake hands and say, okay, we're different, and that's fine. But let's move on to the bigger picture of being human, being considerate of each other. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel, give it a like, give it a share, leave me a comment, and of course, come again to see when I post the next video, see what the next video is going to be about. And if you have any ideas, go ahead and share with me as well. Maybe that can help me to be a bit more frequently. If you want me to do some lives, that's an idea too. Just go ahead and share your thoughts with me. May God bless you. May God bless our nation. May God bless Dominica, wherever you are in the world, your own country's politics. May God bless you too. And do come again. See you guys around. One love, people. One love.